Okay, take two. I'm right now going to talk about the Franz Liszt Academy of Music, and this is despite the fact that my previous episode where I talked about Franz Liszt wasn't exactly a runaway smash hit. It wasn't a freight train of success barreling, down the tracks into splendor and nirvana and huge profitability for this podcast. But you know what? I don't necessarily chase after popularity. We're not going to always go after the topics that will get the most listens or the most clicks or whatever, however you want to frame it. So, the Franz Liszt Academy of Music, also known as the Liszt Ferenc Academy of Music or simply the Liszt Academy, is a prestigious music conservatory located in Budapest, Hungary. It's named after the renowned Hungarian composer and pianist, which is a fancy way and a potentially Freudian slipping way of saying piano player. But anyway, it's named after Franz Liszt, who was one of the most influential figures in 19th century music. So here are some key points about the Franz Liszt Academy of Music. So it's a history, you know, uh, that's very eventful, influential, and really helped establish not just classical music, but a lot of you know, standards for performances down the line throughout the history of music. He was a very impactful player and composer, and he seems, I kind of hate to say he's underrated, because that word is thrown around all the time. But in this case, by this point, it seems like people don't mention Franz Liszt often enough. But he really did bring the whole virtuoso thing into popularity and vogue back in his day. And I think in a good way, in a way that encouraged people to, strive for the best in musicianship and all that kind of stuff. And he popularized, learning about music. And, I would say he was sort of a democratic force. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. I don't know. But when you open up a music school and you have that much influence and sway, it's not necessarily just an elitist thing. So the Liszt Academy was founded in 1875 by Franz Liszt himself. It was perhaps not the first institution in the world to offer higher education in music. That might be the Schola Cantorum or the Papal Choir in Rome. Still, it's one of the oldest music schools that is still active. Liszt envisioned a conservatory that would foster excellence in music education and cultivate talented musicians. And there's also some architectural significance. The current Liszt Academy is housed in a stunning neo Renaissance building designed by the Hungarian architects Floris Korb and Kalman Girgel. I may have mispronounced those names, but it was completed in 1907. The building is considered one of the architectural gems of Budapest and has become an iconic symbol of the academy itself, for obvious reasons. Even if you have a lesser school, like a lesser known and lesser celebrated school, if you have like a memorable landmark style building, that's often going to be figuring into the promotion of the place. And as far as the academic programs, the Academy offers a wide range of undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs in various musical disciplines, including classical music performance, piano, violin, cello, etc., composition, conducting, musicology, and music education, presumably also including music history. It has a strong emphasis on classical music, but also covers other genres and styles such as folk music and jazz. I didn't find anything about if they have rock music, but I would imagine that they at least acknowledge that rock music exists, at this point. So the faculty and alumni, over the years, the Liszt Academy has been home to many distinguished musicians and composers who have served as faculty members or studied there. Some notable alumni include Bela Bartok, Zoltan Kodaly. I may be mispronouncing these names too. And you also had Georgi Ligeti and Sir George Solti. The faculty consists of highly regarded musicians, performers, and scholars. I really only just named a few of them. There are definitely many more who are notable. The Academy also has a Liszt competition. They organize the prestigious Franz Liszt International Piano Competition, which takes place, I believe, every 5 years or so. It attracts talented young pianists from around the world, providing them with an opportunity to showcase their skills and gain recognition. It has some concert halls as well. The Liszt Academy has several concert halls within its premises. The Grand Hall, known as the Great Hall of the Liszt Academy, is renowned for its exceptional acoustics and hosts numerous concerts and recitals by both students and world renowned artists. There are also smaller halls and rehearsal spaces for various purposes, at least from what I've gathered. I assume they wouldn't be lying about that. And, the Liszt Academy has played a significant role in preserving and promoting Hungarian music and cultural heritage. Its programs often include works by Hungarian composers, and it continues to be an important center for music education, performance, and research. The Franz Liszt Academy of Music remains a revered institution in the field of music education, carrying forward its rich legacy while nurturing the next generation of talented musicians and contributing to the vibrant music scene in Hungary and beyond. So, really, I've slobbered all over the Academy enough already. Maybe some people out there have had negative experiences with it. So, if you're one of those people, if you attended the place and you're like, oh, the Franz Liszt Academy actually sucks, well, I guess you can go ahead and let me know about that. But it seems like most people have good things to say about it. And if you've enjoyed this episode, go ahead and share it with others. It is educational, I guess, And maybe you should also check out my less sophisticated content if you found this episode to be boring or whatever. Um, not everything is going to be a smash runaway success. I also talk about horror movies on this channel, or political topics, or this or that. If you didn't really get your socks knocked off by this episode, go ahead and check out my other stuff. And with that, I'm going to just end it here. Have a nice day. Yeah, alrighty.